Hi there, welcome to Marble Halls TV. And um, that was poor. Let's be frank, that was rubbish. Now, I'll go to my usual Google Docs document and explain it from there. Um, so, yeah, always get the size. Okay, then, that was pretty poor. That's stating the obvious, but it's the truth. Arteta has to go again, stating the obvious. The thing is, though, is that I don't even think Chelsea even haven't had a defined game plan. I just think on the day they were more clinical, they were better technically, physically. They're just better players, better team. And I think Lukaku, I think he's definitely improved since he was at Man United. Though his first season at Man United, I think it's false to say he was crap at Man United. First season he scored 27 goals in all competitions, which is decent in any season or time. So you know, but he definitely bullied our weak defense. Defensively, we were shit. Um, you know, especially Kieran Tierney, but I'll come on to that in a little while. But not just Lukaku bullying us, but I think we fell for his dropping, not so much dropping deep, but hold up play. Reece James was exposed on the left. He got a goal, and obviously Lukaku's assist. I thought the formation and our game plan was poor. Um, I think he probably should have gone for a back three to nullify Lukaku's threat or at least minimize it. Um, and yeah, going to it with a 4-4-2-3-1 was poor. Another thing is that I think in midfield we were too light. I think Jack and Lokonga had decent games, more so Lokonga, but they were getting balls, through balls, even from defence. Rudiger and Aspilicueta were playing balls up to Lukaku, and there was no one stopping them. Um, we weren't pressing them. We were not screening balls in midfield. Um, no, I'm sorry, but Arteta's just out of his depth. Yes, the only good thing is at the FA Cup. Other than that, he's arrogant. It's arrogance to come into a job when you have zero experience and assume that you're going to boss it. Arrogance. So as for the player ratings now, Leno, I think a 6 out of 10. Neither of the goals were his fault, and he made an excellent save from Lukaku in the second half, which hit the bar. I think the thing with Leno is that his shot stopping is good, his reactions are good. The only thing wrong with Leno is that overall is that playing from the back, and also I think he has a concentration problem when playing from the back. He could be a bit erratic, but other than that, I think he is a good shot stopper, and he does have good reactions. Um, Kieran Tierney, worst performance I can remember from him for a while. Probably in his Arsenal career, and that's what 3 seasons. This is his third season. I have to give him a 1. It's no coincidence that both goals came from his side, where he wasn't tracking Reece James. Um, um, Going forward, he was all right. Especially in the say first 10 minutes maybe, but defensively very very weak. Um, Now Pablo Mari, that is the Hamon Mustafi. If you want to know why I call him that, it's because Hamon is Spanish for ham, and he's Spanish, so I should probably say El Hamon Mustafi. Um, I know it's kind of disparaging, but bruv, he's not a good defender, and that's been proven in these 2 games. I was on the fence. I thought he had a few decent games, but this season he's, for me, shown his true colors. So Senor El Hamon Mustafi, bruv, you get a 0, you're shit, bruv. Holding, I'll give a 5. Wasn't the best performance, but again, not as bad as um, uh, 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 El Hamon Mustafi. He actually had a couple chances to score, so I think he was all right. Cedric, again, I'll give a 5. I thought he kept Alonso quiet, and again, I don't think he did anything terribly wrong. Xhaka, again, a 5. I don't think he did anything terribly wrong. His through balls at times are very good. And I think to get the best of Xhaka and his skill set, you need to have the proper midfield configuration. I think he would work very best as a 3, where you can give him the time and space and luxury to get those through balls. We have players up top who with pace, like Pepe, Alba, Martinelli, Saka, who can benefit, Smith Rowe, I suppose Odegaard. But yeah, I'll give my man a 5. Lokonga 7. I liked his energy. I liked the way he was progressing the ball. Him and Partey, or he and Partey, would be an excellent combination because they had similar skill sets, similar profiles. So you could have Partey going forward and they could alternate. Or maybe the manager could try a Xhaka Lokonga Partey that could get the very best out of Xhaka. Who knows? Smith Rowe says 7. He was trying, he was working on the ball, had a couple of chances to score and shots. And I think if there's one aspect of his game he needs to improve, is his finishing, but overall, very impressive performance. Saka, Buyaka Saka, I'll give a 3. He was trying, but things just weren't coming off for him. There was that time in the first half where he was kind of through on goal, but he didn't have the pace to beat Azpilicueta. And I think his final touch was poor too. Martinelli was poor. It didn't impact the game that much. He's been poor in this game and against Brentford. Pepe 5. He had a few nice skills and flicks and tricks, but again, he was trying to make things happen. I think Pepe's best when he's given a free roll and license in the final third, not when he's just hugging the touchline. Aubameyang, when he came on, I thought was lively. I don't think he's lost his pace because he was chasing down. So I'll capture the 5. Balogun, again, didn't impact the game. I think he was playing out wide. But I don't know. Balogun, for me, has not really done much in his first couple games. Yes, he's learning, but whatever. Tavares 5, I thought he was getting forward. He looked impressive. As for Arteta, shit tactics, he's arrogant. Yeah, it's time to go. As the late, great Claude said, it's time to go because it really is. He's out of his depth. He's done. He's spent. He's not good enough. The only thing of value is the FA Cup. But, I just don't think he has the minerals, frankly, to be our manager. Now, I'm not saying if we'd have played a 3 at the back, we'd have won the game. No, or not lost, but it would have given us far better opportunity. So, yeah, that is that then. Actually, oh yes, I also want to discuss the protest very briefly. Now, from what I've heard, and this may not be true, but the protest was not very well attended. Like literally about 10 people turned up. Now, I have to say, what the fuck? Josh Kroenke was there. Now, don't get me wrong, Josh Kroenke was not there to Josh Kroenke wasn't there to put pressure on Arteta. He was there because of Amazon Prime. Let's be frank. He wanted his face on camera. Let's be frank, right? It's all about the PR. And look, as the owner, it makes perfect sense. It makes total sense, really. Why he would do that. But we had an opportunity. If the look, everyone acknowledges, even non-Arsenal fans acknowledges that KSC is a problem. Actually, you know what? As I'm talking about, there's a reason why I put Mary's picture there. But I'm gonna try and find one of KSC if possible, as I'm talking about them. Um, but yeah, Josh Kroenke was there. So this was a perfect. And look, we all know the owner is the problem. Ultimately, everything stems from him. Ultimately, he's the reason that we're in this fucking mess. These two people, these two fine people here. Now, to have a protest of what 10 people turn up out of what a crowd of 60,000. Obviously, there'd have been what 3,000 Chelsea fans. So that's what 57,000 Gooners. It's pathetic. And you know what, I'm gonna have to call out seriously my fellow Gooners. I didn't go to the game because I couldn't. But part of our issue is the fans. How we react, how we think, how we process shit. How can we not protest the owner when we know that has been the problem all along? He let Wenger stay too long. He let Wenger do silliness towards the end. And look, Wenger's our most successful ever manager. Wenger did amazing things at the club. You know, bought great players, Henry, Pires, Lundberg, Vieira, Fabregas, you know. But, you know, he let Gazidis do stupidness. Raul, you know, Mislintat came and went. Edu's doing stupidness. Arteta. Emery didn't work out, but shit happens. Vinay. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see on this Richard Garlic geezer, but sometimes in life, right, when you have an opportunity to do something, you have to strike. And this was a perfect opportunity. And with Amazon, you know what? With Amazon Prime, we should be protesting every game. You know why? Because these protests would be on Amazon Prime. And that would be negative PR for KSE. But it seems to me a lot of fans just have this fucking. It's all for show. It's all just for their own PR. It really is, because they're not serious. They don't care. Even if if you go to games, if you have a season ticket, a club membership, you are directly putting money into stands coffers, right? But even still, you should still protest. Or if you go to the game, don't buy a burger. Go to Tesco outside and get your food. Don't buy alcohol. Go to the pub before. Go to a bar on in Islington or wherever before. What's that pub name? The Tollington or whatever. The Gunners pub, whatever. Go there before if you want a beer. You want a hot dog? Go to one of those stands around. There are plenty of food stands, and I think there's a Greg's on the road just outside the Emirates. Go there if you're hungry before the match. Don't spend any money in the stadium. Don't buy a program. Don't say, oh, don't even go on the protest and say, you know what, KSC are waste men, but then go into the club store and buy a shirt or a scarf or a hoodie or whatever, some stupidness. Because that defeats the point. So yeah, I know it's a rant, but we as fans need to do more. We need to change how we think as fans. Because Arsenal has become the banter club, let's be frank, right? And I think part of the reason for that is that not just that we've done badly, but a club of our size and reputation is run abysmally because of these two waste men you see on the screen. And in part because our fans chat stupidness sometimes. We behave like fools. You don't see Chelsea fans behave that way, City. Even Man United, yes, there is that element, but not as pronounced as Arsenal. You know, but I'm going to end this now with my, Senor El Hamon Mustafi. But yeah, today, or well, I should say yesterday, that was poor. And we go on to Manchester City. Maybe they'll have Kane. They'll definitely have Grealish, probably Sterling. Sterling generally scores against us. He has a good record against us, so you may resume that. Mahrez. Oh my gosh. Um, Basically you just have to call Greater Manchester Police because City gonna murder us. I'll be shocked if we come away with a draw even. I'll be shocked. A win. Imagine if we got a win there. No. I think we're playing West Brom next in the League Cup. I think we'll win that. Um, Thing is, if there's any positive to take from the games, is that even in this game, I think we were trying, but again, it's just there's just a lack of connectivity in the final third, and I think ultimately that goes down to Arteta. But no, I think Arteta has to go. He should be gone. And if the club had any balls about them, KSC had any minerals, they'd have sacked him immediately after the game and done their utmost to get Conte in or Ten Hag or someone like that. But yeah, that's just my opinion. So thanks a lot.